What's up? I'm John Leguizamo, hosting The Daily Show. And that's your phone, Mom. This is your
Yes.
You have to wake up now. Okay, and I have a very special guest that she just blew it because her phone went off. But my mom is here with us, and I want to ask you a couple questions. I want to show the people at home what it's like when we're at home. I mean, we don't live in the same place anymore.
Right.
Thank God for you. Tell the audience how big a pain in the neck I was. This is your chance to get off your chest. Because if you don't say now, don't bring it up at dinner next week or the week after or at Christmas or things when you have a whole family around you and witnesses.
Yeah. Well, since you were tiny, a toddler, it was a little demon running everywhere, had so much energy, it was almost impossible to.
But I kept you thin.
You did?
Yeah, because hyper child is a good thing. Yeah. People don't realize that. We bring a lot of benefits to parents. So, Mom, you saw The Daily Show last night. What'd you think? What's your review, your critique?
Oh, I think that
you always got notes.
I think that you look great, and you were funny, and I also love very much when you talked to Anna.
Oh yeah, Anna's a bomb.
It was amazing. And
but you liked her better than me, right?
And all my friends said, "Oh, fantastic! Oh, beautiful! He's great! Oh my God, my God!" It was.
But did you have notes? Or did you have some criticisms though? Did I miss up something? Did I miss for you?
No, I did not have criticisms because I was happy seeing you there, and you look.
Like when you come see my Broadway shows, you always have notes.
Yes, but because they are longer. I mean, it's 2 hours.
And what did I tell you about notes?
Sometimes you take them, sometimes you say, "Please don't tell me."
It's mostly please don't tell me.
Yes.
You're not a director.
Yes.
You're not part of the DGA.
Yes.
You're not an equity.
Yes, you tell me all those things.
Yeah, no notes.
So I keep them to myself.
Yes, that's the best way. I love that.
Although
now tell us a story, like a good funny story growing up. Tell me the story about when you were dating that Egyptian guy.
Oh my God.
My parents got divorced, and then my mom, was a single mom.
Yeah. So I went to a luncheon of bankers, and I meet this guy that is supposedly because the friend who invited me to the lunch.
This is for TikTok, 90 seconds or less.
Oh, sorry.
Otherwise, the poor editors, I don't know how they can edit.
This guy was.
Giving us too much backstory. Just get to the.
I met this guy that was Egyptian, and my friend told me he's very rich. The guy came up to me and said, "Oh, you are very nice. I would like to have dinner with you. Would you like to have dinner with me?"
You gotta get to the. That's the preamble. We're not even to the story yet, and that's even before you started dating.
Okay. So I said.
You don't need his biography.
Okay. He asked me for dinner, and I said, "All right." And he says, he said, "When is good?" I said, "Saturday night."
Right.
So I was living in Queens, and so he said, "I'll pick you up at 7:30." So it happens that he probably came 7. That night.
Oh my God, this is the Tolstoy version of it.
Right.
This is going to be the War and Peace, Crime and Punishment version.
So it happens that he comes before.
Yeah.
And so I'm in the bathroom. I'm taking a shower. When
oh my God, you're going to go through the whole shower? Come on. So the guy comes to the house. Let's get to the guy.
The guy comes to the house, rings the bell, Jan's opens, and I had told the guy, "Please wait for me at the car. Just let me know that you are there and go and wait for me at the car." But the cab guy comes and Jan opens and Jan says, the guy says to Jan, he didn't know that I have 2 children. I didn't tell him. So
conveniently left that out.
I left that out.
You got it. I mean, nobody wants to date somebody with children.
Right, with 2 boys that were a little dangerous.
Yeah.
So Jan says to him, instead of saying, "Yeah, she will come out in 10 minutes," or whatever, he says, "Please come in." He invites him in.
Well, you told us not to go, leave our rooms.
Yeah.
And not to talk to the man. So I came out to talk to the man, dating my mom, to try to wreck the date.
Yes. So
that was 13 or whatever.
So what happens is they invite him in. He comes in,
And
he
then my
told
brother
me
and I sit on
after-
either side of the guy.
Yes, he told me.
to
He
question
said,
him.
He said, your son, after he found out that you were my sons, he said, each one sat on each side. And he said, when I started talking, I think your older son started answering to me with my same accent. And then your other son was laughing. You know, Sergio
yeah.
was laughing.
He was
And-
my stooge.
yeah, and so
My
he
sidekick.
says, I at the beginning I said, is he
Mocking him?
Is he mocking me or is my, you know? But so he said I kept talking to them, and Jan kept answering to me. I mean, your son kept answering to me with my accent. You know what? The guy took me to the dinner. He sent me. He didn't come back to Queens. He sent me with the driver, and I never heard of him anymore.
Well, good, we got rid of him. That was just a test. That was the story. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Next week, we'll go into another very long, in-depth story brought to you by the Leguizamos. Do you still hold that hope that someday I'm going to get a real job?
Well, I wasn't, when I saw your first, when you invited me to that school that you were.
Oh,
remember,
PS 122 downtown.
No.
No?
When you were already taking
PS 122.
drama lessons. Sylvia was her,
Sylvia Lee showcased it.
Yeah.
That was in a school. Oh, acting school.
the acting school. When, you know, before that, I thought maybe, you know, he's going to be at this for a couple of months and then he was going to do something else. But when I
Something
saw
real.
that show, I said, oh my God, he is going to be an actor. He was 10 minutes, it was a 10 of
I got it like that. I do. I got it. I was always
it was amazing
doing
to
voices
me. And
at
I said, oh
parties,
my, I said, my son is
imitating
going to be an
people.
actor. So I said to
Land people
myself,
could talk at the
I
same
need
time
to
and
help
hear
him.
the conversation.
I need to
We
help
do
him.
this at Christmas parties and Thanksgiving. We all talk at the same cross conversations and hear each other, right?
Yeah. Before I got divorced, I got a fur coat. And one day I came home and he was with my fur coat, being like a
Pimp.
pimp.
No, I don't think this is for mass consumption.
I was laughing. Oh my God, I thought that it was so funny because he was really acting like a pimp. He had a hat, my fur coat. And
All right,
it
thank
was
you,
hilarious.
everybody. We're moving on. Luz Leguizamo.